Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. My name is Yakawa from Playing Tables Camp in Philly. Now, if you don't believe that the RFID microchip is relevant, then you're ignorant. You're ignorant of the prophecies and you're ignorant of the current state of technology. All right. Now, you had a certain guy say, about the chip only being in dogs. What people fail to realize, they don't believe in the mark of the beast, that the applications, the application for the uses of these chips are very broad. They're not just for one thing. All right. So it is evident that microchips and software are now, I don't even say the future. They're here now. All this technology, all right, this software and this application and these algorithmic software, they're here right now. All right. And these microchips have an application. All right. If you're not, watching, I'll read it. It says the act of putting to a special use or purpose, application. So the point is, these microchips have an application. And yes, these microchips that are embedded or implanted in your body is the mark of the beast. All right. The act of putting to special use or purpose, application. The special use or purpose to which something is put. All right. And the purpose of this video is to show you that, in America, a lot of inventions, a lot of technology have come out of America. All right. That's just a simple fact. All right. Yeah, we know, Russians have technology, the Chinese have technology, but a lot of the main driving forces that run the world have either come out of America or come out of some European country. All right. Because that's the power that the Lord gave Esau, Edom. All right. And of course, aided by the Israelites, amongst these great technologies, you always find Israelites amongst them. All right. Now, the act of putting them to special use. All right. Interactive. And this is what this chip I'm going to show you with this video is interactive. Because imagine, you just have the RFID chip embedded in someone's arm. You can pretty much say yes or no, or yes meaning you go into proximity of the reader, and no meaning you don't come into proximity of the reader. Like a video game is interactive. All right, so you can just imagine the applications. All right, the actual purpose and uses for these chips. All right, you have to use your imagination, or just look it up. There are different applications. I'm just showing you one or many in this video. All right. And you have to just use, your brain to conceive what it could be used for. All right. So this chip is interactive, meaning I'm going to show you. You can scroll through menus with this chip using a radar-based system, tracking your hand and your fingers. Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, whether, you're being forced to do this or not, I'm not putting this shit in my body. I don't care what application it has. All right. I don't care if they give it to me right now and they say, well, you can put this chip. I'm not playing that game. You can put this chip in your body. All right. I'm not doing it because I know I'm not supposed to be cutting my damn body up. My flesh, my skin. I'm not supposed to be putting this shit in my skin. All right. That's Esau's mark. Or whether they tell me, when it's actually being forced, on the population, you got to make the choice. I'm not taking it then. All right. So I'm not playing that game. Oh, it's not. We're not in martial law yet. I can take chips in my body. I'm not playing that game. All right. If you take these chips in your body, the Lord's going to destroy you. All right. I'm going with that. I believe that. All right. So moving on. The mark of the right hand and the foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath Understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 666 when you look it up. Look it up. Chragma in the Greek for mark. It's a stamp or an imprinted mark. The mark of the stamp on the foreheads of the right hand as a badge of the files of the Antichrist. It says, for all, this is Revelation 18:3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right. Delicacies. Because out of America comes a lot of luxury. As you're about to see, scrolling through menus, with the movement of your hand is a luxury. Great state of comfort and extravagant living. Excessive strength which longs to break forth over strength with technology, because Esau Edom, the Americans, even the Russians, they have the Germans, all right, which are Edomites, the ruling class of them anyway, or Edomites. They have the technology for luxury, all right, and this is one of the applications of the luxury. Wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies, and these companies wax rich through the technology. All right, I think I may have had one more. And if you're into tech, you know that this is cool. You think it's desirable. All right. Now, you may not want to put it in your body, but if you're into tech, this is some very cool technology. And I admit this is very interesting. All right. Thelma. Wonderful. Marvel. Inspiring delight, pleasure, admiration. Extremely good, marvelous. Defined with wonder or astonishment. Great wonder. Exceedingly. Extremely wonderful. Desirable. All right. And John marveled with great admiration because he seen all the riches, technology, and the beauty of the kingdom, and it was desirable. All right, that's why John wondered with great admiration, because it said it was decked with scarlet and gold, and it's very attractive.
Group at Google. The hand is the ultimate input device. It's extremely precise, it's extremely fast, and it's very natural for us to use it, right? Capturing the possibilities of human hand was one of my passions. How can we take this incredible capability, finesse of human actions, and finesse of using our hand, but apply it to the virtual world? We use radio frequency spectrum, which is radars, to track human hand. The radars has been used for many different things, to track cars, big objects, satellites and planes. We're using them to track micro motions, twitches of human hands, and then use that to interact with wearables and Internet of Things and other computing devices.
Our team is focused on taking radar hardware and turning it into a gesture sensor. Radar is a technology which transmits a radio wave towards a target, and then the receiver of the radar intercepts the reflected energy from that target. The reason why we're able to interpret so much from this one radar signal is because of the full gesture recognition pipeline that we've built. The various stages of this pipeline are designed to extract specific gesture information from this one radar signal that we receive at a high frame rate.
From these strange foreign range Doppler signals, we're actually interpreting human intent.
Radar has some unique properties when compared to cameras, for example. It has very high positional accuracy, which means that you can sense the tiniest motions. We arrived at this idea of virtual tools because we recognized that there's certain archetypes of controls, like a volume knob or a physical slider, a volume slider. Imagine a button between your thumb and your index finger, and the button's not there, but pressing this is a very clear action, and there's a natural physical haptic feedback that occurs as you perform that action. The hand can both embody that virtual tool, and it can also be acting on that virtual tool at the same time. So if we can recognize that action, we have an interesting direction for interacting with technology.
So when we started this project, me and my team, we looked at the project idea and we thought, are we going to make it or not? We don't know, but we have to do it. Because unless you do it, you don't know.
And what I think I'm most proud of about our project is we've pushed the processing power of the electronics itself further out to do the sensing part for us.
The radar has properties which no other technology has. It can work through materials, can embed it into the objects. It allows to track really precise motions. And what is most exciting about
you heard what he said. That you can embed it into objects and you can shrink it down. All right.
the radar has properties which no other technology has. It can work through materials, can embed it into the objects. It allows to track really precise motions. And what is most exciting about it is that you can shrink the entire radar and put it in a tiny chip. That's what makes this approach so promising. It's extremely reliable. There's nothing to break. There's no moving parts. There's no lenses. There's nothing. It's just a piece of sand on your board.
Now we're at a point where we have the hardware where we can sense these interactions and we can put them to work. We can explore how well they work and how well they might work in products.
Blows your mind usually when you see things people do. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to releasing this to the development community, and I really want them to be excited and motivated to do something cool with it, right?
All right, so look, these chips have an application, so you can't say that microchips have nothing to do with the future, all right, which is now. All right, so they actually have an application. All right, so rehashing Revelation 13:16, that it makes sense that the this mark of the beast is the radio frequency identification chip. All right, which the chip is the mark and the radio frequency is the link in which the user will link to the database to exchange, your currency. All right, because just a chip, you wouldn't be able to interact with the actual system. That's why it's a radio frequency chip. All right, and that radio frequency chip is going to be used to exchange currency. Hope that was clear and to the point. All right, hope Israelites were edified. To the next lesson, Shalom.